stay on focus there, which is what you want. You
Yeah.
want to be unfocused.
Like when people lean forward to get their
Yeah.
water in a documentary and they go out of focus.
Yeah. So this might be the best.
We're like
we've ever looked.
I'm trying to cross my legs less on the pod.
Yeah, but
for no real reason other than like, yeah, dude, you know what? I've been worried about that my whole life, and I just like I watch other people, and you can just sit on podcasts and whatever, and I'm like, dude, fucking, they don't care, and why?
I was watching Theo Von's one, and he just sits like they just sit like this. I was watching.
You
Post
guys know, at least probably assume that I have a dick and balls.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's not play coy. I guess this is probably the start of the episode.
Yeah, we can start it. We got nothing to plug because we already did the live show.
I know. This is going to be a fun exercise. I feel like we do this all the time.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a fun exercise in our talking about our expectations, and then our next episode will either be
this be
the
interesting.
live thing itself, or it'll be us talking about it and being like, yeah, that was all right.
I'm thinking the live thing we give to the patrons first.
Oh, absolutely. They get it first.
So sign up at patreon.com/quitYourBand while you still can if you want to watch the live show. We're going to post it there first. I don't know when it's going to be on YouTube. It may never be on YouTube. It might just be for the patrons.
I was going to say, we talked about this, and there's a possibility that, because we don't know what we're going to do for the live necessarily, but we might pull up things for... We not pull things up for reference to, it's fucking... we want to watch William Hung as a contestant on American Idol, and we want to pull that up. We not playing us playing that on YouTube might get the episode taken down. So we're gonna try, but it may only exist on Patreon at one point or another. So it might be worth just getting the Patreon.
Yeah, sign up for the Patreon. Patreon.com/quitYourBand. We still can. $5 a month. Easy. That's easy.
We've been getting some patrons recently. I feel like people. It's funny because I feel like I wouldn't say that the juice is gone. There's a fly on the top of the light up there. I'm at war with flies in my house right now. Just because they
heard about the salt gun.
They fucking, dude. I need something more malicious than the salt gun. The salt gun doesn't. That's not.
Did you buy one?
See, there's two of them.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, I didn't buy one. But I need something that I need them to be in pain.
They're about to die soon. They don't have much time left.
That's the thing, and dude, they just like fly in. Like I think it's a lot of like everyone keeping their trash out front.
Definitely, yeah.
But dude, even out back, we don't have trash cans out back or anything. Maybe our neighbors do. I don't know. But like, just when you open the doors to our front or back door, flies are like waiting to fly in.
Mm-hmm.
And because now we've been letting the cats go in and out sometimes, Pee-wee, the little fuck, he's getting better, but he'll be like, he's excited about outside, but he's like still afraid of it.
Yeah.
So he'll just sit at the door and look out. And I'm like, I feel like a fucking, the dad that's like, hey, in or out? You're letting all the AC out. I don't care about the fucking AC. As a matter of fact, I leave one of my windows open upstairs, open almost all the time. It has a screen in it. People are like, you fucking idiot. That's where all the flies are coming in. It has a screen in it because the cats like to sit on Joey's desk and look out at the birds.
That's a good spot.
But I just have the AC going.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, dude. But I do feel like a dad that's like, yo, the door's been open too long. But then finally, I had to reveal to Joey. I was trying to withhold this information. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. The big ones are pregnant.
Ooh.
So when you kill them, they have little larvae that come out of them.
Pops out.
So I'm like, yo, I don't like that being in the crib. I don't like that at all. So I don't even like I've been hyper vigilant about flies not being able to get in my trash can outside. Because I don't like it. I don't like the fucking... Sometimes magnets are inevitable in the trash or whatever. They'll always find a way, but it's just like... I don't like it, man. So flies are my fucking enemy. I used to have some sort of sympathy, like, you know what, man? They don't know what the fuck's what is what. They're just walking around. They're just rubbing their fucking hands together. minding their own. But you know what, dude? It's straight up war. They've infiltrated my living quarters, my compound, my domicile, and I straight up can't abide that. And my cat doesn't like. My cat like will bat them around, but I need him to fucking terminate them, and he doesn't. So now I have like a straight up personal vendetta with the flies. Like I for real am like at war with them.
Taylor
so
versus the flies.
Yeah, I need like a I might just. I mean, it'll ruin the interior of my house, but I need to just get like an aerosol and like a lighter thing and just flame them all. Dude, I can't explain how much they drive me insane.
Well, hopefully they won't last long. Hopefully they're almost at the end of their life.
Oh man,
the larva thing is crazy, man, because that just multiplies. It's like you're like Hercules slaying the Hydra dragon, you know?
Yeah,
it just
and
keeps
I mean,
coming.
They don't like. It's not like they get like I explained this to Joey. I was like, it's not like they're just like plopping these larvae around the house. I was like, they're just like in them. So it's just gross, man.
Yeah.
I'm also just like don't like flies in general, and I just don't. I've had enough.
I mean, who likes flies?
Nobody does, but people must be more tolerant because
Yeah.
I see my neighbor with their back door.
They got pet flies
wide open, like all the time.
Do they have flies in Europe?
Dude,
Like,
they have
is
to.
it as bad? Because their windows are always open, you know?
Their windows are always open. Their inside
Yeah.
of all their houses is damp and disgusting and feels like
That can't be good for
you're
a
outside.
house.
It's not.
Maybe that's why they have so many stone houses, because they're like, we can't build new houses with drywall because it's going to go... Bob the Builder would be pissed off if he was there, man.
Dude, have you seen the new Bob the Builder?
No, what's he
I
look
hate
like?
it. I hate it.
Is it like the new Dora the Explorer voice?
There's a new voice.
Yeah, there's a new voice. They changed the voice. What's up with the Bob the Builder?
He's like,
Live
dude,
action?
I'm gonna come across like, I always get, I'm starting to become like really feel like an old fuck that just like can't accept anything new, which I really resent in people that are older than me.
Yeah.
But dude, just like when they remake a cartoon or something, or like Bob the Builder was fun. He was clay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he's like everything's just like this corny like 3D like computer graphics.
Oh, yeah, it's cheap.
It sucks.
Yeah,
dude.
it's cheap. It
It all
sucks.
looks. Did you ever watch the show Reboot? It was like a Saturday morning
Reboot.
show.
No, I never
I
watched
think.
Reboot.
It was like I think that's what it was called. It was like a computer, really bad CGI. Like, there's people that are super fans of the show that are probably
Reboot?
like,
Never heard of it.
that it sucked. It was so bad.
Side note, I like that you pulled the chair out a little bit.
Oh,
I can
dude!
see- 'cause we were
Last time I
looking-
noticed
yeah.
before, I was like, we can't really see each other, so I
This is
pulled it
good.
down a little bit.
This might be the best. This could be the best looking pod we've ever done. It might not be. We might bring it up to the computer and it looks like complete shit. But I think this could be the best one, everyone. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Go on though. Bob the Builder. He's not claymation.
dude, he
They
just
gotta
he
get him
looks
back there.
corny. He just looks like bad. Like I don't. I'm like, yo, why?
Reboot TV show cartoon. Let's look. Oh.
Yeah, I remember really not liking how it looked.
Oh, I hate the way it looks.
Yeah, it looks like VeggieTales, honestly.
It looks like someone like put into Chat GPT like make me look like a Veggie Tale. Like
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it looks like VeggieTales.
so that's what I got to get for the live pod. I can pull it up and just show everyone. You know,
Oh, dude, VeggieTales was like a thing that,
he's on Tubi.
is it really?
Yeah,
Reboot is.
Reboot.
Did you ever watch VeggieTales? Like, are you very familiar with VeggieTales?
No, I mean I know what it is. Obviously,
Dude, I was this close to making it
Veggie Tale.
into my adult life with having no idea what that was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but my
When did it start?
friend, my childhood best friend had a kind of a religious mom.
Yeah.
I mean, she was very religious, but like not like Carrie, like the movie Carrie or
Yeah.
anything. She wasn't like a zealot. But his younger brother was like not really allowed to watch regular
Yeah.
TV, and like his mom, like VeggieTales was always on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I could not comprehend what. I was like, so I don't understand. It's like there's something about vegetables in the Bible, and his mom's like, no, it's just like easy for kids to just like, you know, get this information from vegetables. And I'm like,
That's so weird.
what do you mean? And it looks so crazy, but it's like this. It's like a universal phenomenon. Like it's really popular. Maybe not as much now.
When do you think he came out? VeggieTales.
I would say 90. I would say pre 9/11, but not by a lot.
It said it originally aired in '93, so I'm like prime age to be a VeggieTale kid.
Dude,
right?
maybe it existed. So like, I just thought when it entered my consciousness that that's when it was new, and maybe it's just like old.
But check it out. They did a film in 2002, so maybe that's kind of when it really started taking off. 2002, like right after 9/11.
In honor
of
today is 9/11, by the
9/11.
way. Which it took me like a couple hours of scrolling through my feed and seeing like
Dude,
20, 25 9/11 posts, and where I was like, dude, people are on 9/11 today. And then I was like, wait, what is today?
9/11 mixed with the whole debate last night. My feeds. I didn't even looked at Twitter. I've been opening Twitter and just closing it right away.
Dude,
I'm like, I don't want to see any of that shit.
Everything I've seen from the debate has made me feel like, yo, we're really not in a good spot, man. Like,
Yeah.
And seeing people like even take a position on either person is like makes my soul ache. Like, dude, I follow this cat account. I unfollowed it today because it made me feel so fucking uncomfortable. Was like this cat that I followed. The lady that runs it always posts a lot of like, I've become the guy that unfollows stuff that doesn't post what they are, like the reason I'm following them. If they're posting outside that, I'm out.
Yeah,
Unless I know them personally.
Stick to your lane kind of shit. Shut up and dribble.
Dude, I'm just like, yo, listen, if you're a star fucking athlete,
Yeah.
and you have a political stance, and you take a principled stance, and you stick to it, and it's something you truly believe in, then I think there's nothing cooler.
Yeah.
The trouble is, I think most athletes don't actually care about any of that stuff, and the times they do pipe up is when they feel like they have to, and if they actually have something at stake, like LeBron has tried this a time or two, where he's like, "Oh yeah, China, this or that," and then he definitely someone behind the scenes is definitely like, "Hey,
it's the Jonah Hill.
yeah, straight up, they're like, yo, you unwise," and he basically apologized and never spoke out about anything again.
Yeah.
But what was my original point? What were we talking about?
The world's
No, I can't stop thinking about-
turmoil.
I can't stop thinking about LeBron.
I know. Same, bro.
Oh yeah,
Before
the
this
cat account. But I'm like, yo, if you're running an account for your cute deformed cat,
Don't post on that.
why are you posting your how? Oh, here's the post, by the
Yeah.
way. It was like it was a picture posted today, I believe.
Yeah.
A picture of Taylor Swift and said, "I knew it. I'm so happy she finally came out and endorsed Kamala." And I was like, I am unfollowing this. This is straight up unacceptable for an adult woman to post something like this.
Yep.
Or an adult man for that matter, okay? But I am just like, dude, there's another guy that I really, he's a toy maker. He's like, at this point, he's like kind of an old guy.
Oh yeah, it's the same guy you've been following for a minute, right?
Maybe.
I feel like you've talked about the toy maker guy. His toys are cool. No, is it not a new guy?
I don't know which guy.
You follow multiple.
I follow a lot of toy
Okay.
makers, and a couple of them have a lot of strong opinions. But this guy was just like, he doesn't post about toys. He just posts about fucking how much he hates Trump and how like
Jesus.
dumb Republicans are. I'm like, brother,
Get a hobby. You got a hobby.
I'm just like, I don't even disagree with you, but like, I'm like, yo, don't you have a Finsta or something? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand why this is the avenue you're taking for this.
It's kind of crazy. People leave shit up. I could see someone getting wrapped up in the whole political aspect of life or any sort of thing that gets people riled up. But I would post it and be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have
Not even
posted
24
that.
hours
Maybe
later,
I shouldn't have posted
You'd be
that.
embarrassed, or your
Yes.
wife would be like, yo, I saw your post.
And you'd be like, I'm just going to be in a weird funk.
Yeah,
I'm deleting
dude,
it, sorry.
And you would delete it and just be like, you would either be like, yo, I was off on one
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's my bad.
But you know.
Today's a new day.
Yeah.
Today's a new day that the post is deleted.
But dude, I can't deal with that anymore. Because at this point, to even like ride for one or the other is so fucking strange.
Yeah. I'm back to riding for I'm riding for Biden.
Dude, yeah. Yo,
Bring him back in.
he was looking pretty good when I saw a video of him the other day. I'm thinking maybe we called this thing too early.
Yeah, he's like, what did he say? Oh, Biden, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm doing 9/11. I'm like, bro, come on.
Dude, and it's like, why is that? Why? I feel like there's got to be a way. Like, why do they keep putting him in front of a camera?
Just shut him down, man. Shut him down. Like, yo, Kate Middleton's back in the news.
Physically.
She's about to make an appearance. Really, what I think happened is she has cancer. She's like, I don't want to look like fucking shit. I'm going to beat this cancer or like do the chemo shit and then come back with like, you know, looking healthy again. It's bad for image. I don't think she's actually dead.
Dude, I don't know if it's bad for your image to have cancer, though.
It's not.
Like, I guess I could see her being like, I don't want to look ugly in front of the world.
That's what I'm saying.
But yo, at the same time, it's like you're in the royal family. Chances are they'll have a makeup person that'll make you look passable.
Yeah.
And also, like, yo, especially the amount of conspiracy that's around it, I would think they'd be like, yo, like it or not, we got to fucking show you, like,
let's push her
saying that you're okay, that you're holding up to today's newspaper. Dude, that is a thing that I do feel like something is awry.
Yeah. I mean, they are lizard people after all, so.
But I feel like they're all buffoons.
The whole family, yeah. At this point,
the whole political powers that be.
Who were we talking to? I think it may have been on Pod that they didn't really know much about. They're like, oh, who like, are they like the Kardashians, or are we trying to relate it to like they don't really have any power? They're just
maybe Dorian.
Yeah, was it Dorian or it may have been Dorian, but yeah, I mean they have no power. Like they are like, I think at one point they were very important, like hundreds of years ago, but at this point they're so not inbred, but.
They're washed, dude.
Washed,
Hang
bro.
it up.
Take
Yo,
a
the
seat.
queen is dead, boys.
Yeah, Morrissey said it best. I'm gonna go see
Straight up.
Morrissey.
Yeah, when is that?
Next month, I think. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm actually excited.
Are you gonna rip his shirt off?
I'm hugging him, dude. I'm hugging him.
Um,
I'm not a big. I think I've put off Morrissey my entire life because being around hardcore and everything kind of put a not bad taste, but like I was like, well, everyone, it's too easy to like.
The way that people are with Morrissey is, in a lot of ways, the way that, like, teen girls were about, like, Taking Back Sunday when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Like, a little where it's like, and I use Taking Back Sunday as an example in the way that, like, they were in people's away messages and shit.
Yeah. Wow, I forgot all about that.
People know what away messages are. You know, I apologize for even asking that question because I watch so many. Dude, we have to do this fucking documentary Patreon thing.
Yeah, I'm ready, dude.
Because I watch so many and there's so I hate every person on them. It's incredible how I don't think I've ever watched a documentary and thought like this person and I could spend an hour together and it would be peaceful.
Dude, I'm so check it out. Check it out. You be right there. I'm just gonna pull this or pull another little table up and I'm just gonna sit like this and I'll pull it up for you. Boop. We'll just sit like this. That'll be sick, dude.
So should we do it like newscaster style, where there's like a space to the side of me, where there's like a little
box
green screen that will pop up of play a clip of like whatever stooge is the stooge of the.
Oh yeah, I think I could put you in little like you were talking about something. You want to bring it up, right? Like a little pip, like picture-in-picture type thing. Yeah, we can definitely do that, or I could do it. I think I could half screen it too. I'm not
whatever.
sure.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
There's a picture-in-picture button on that switcher. I could just pip it up. Boom, easy. Do you remember when TVs used to have pip picture-in-picture? Like the big bulky TVs. That was like a big feature they would have.
So what would be on the picture?
You could like preview another channel. Like this was kind of cool technology. I don't know where it went, but you had your TV show you were watching, and you would click the picture-in-picture button, and then you could like scroll through the channels and see what was going on. Did you ever have a TV like that?
No, but they should do that for all the streaming apps because I would absolutely just keep watching, The Sopranos and be like, well, let's see what else we got.
That would be great. I think about it. They'd get more streams on. You get more revenue, I think, somehow, while you're streaming.
I mean,
You can't do that with music. You got to listen to one song to another song to another. Like, you can't. It'd be chaotic to be like listening to a record and just skipping through it. I'm sure some people do. I mean, people listen to podcasts on 1.5.
yeah, I've never gotten into the listening to podcasts at any different speed because what's the rush? And if you listen slower, that feels like you have an odd brain.
If you're like an ESL. English language. Yeah, if you're ESL, I almost said ASL. ESL.
Dude, we're so instant messenger today.
Side note, I'll get back to this real quick. But side note, so the venue we're playing has the projectors. I was gonna make a funny little like a screensaver thing, and I started to put some like images on there, and I realized at one point it's just all like little kids, and I was like, I can't do this. What are the people at the venue gonna think when it's just like the Rizzler and little Jacob Walker?
A bunch of disabled kids.
It's like I can't do it.
I guess the Rizzler's not disabled.
But
It is weird that his face does that.
Yeah, and I was like bringing up the Costco guys. Like, I gotta get away. I just started deleting stuff.
Dude, this whole time, I just assumed maybe this is a universal thing.
Yeah.
I just assumed that Big Justice was the adult man.
Nah, it's a little kid, Big Justice.
And I saw a post that said, "Why do they call the child Big Justice?" And the response was, "Because that's what he serves."
That's kind of hard. They got all the lines right. I'll tell you that much. They got to figure it out. I do think their time in the spotlight's coming to an end.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, talk to her. Talk to a girl, dude.
Dude, people are really mad about her.
She's got
people really don't like her, and I'm like, yo, I think she's fun.
And
am I
she's
gonna
sticking
watch
around.
her podcast, dude?
I'm gonna
no.
I'm gonna watch the first episode to be like
who do you think the first guest will be, or do we know?
probably like Jake Paul or something. It's on his network, so I'm assuming should probably have really big names. It will probably be a popular podcast,
dude.
Just
if
because
fucking Bobby Altoff can be like a.
Did you watch her with Dax Lane? Her like it's not even a podcast. It's just an interview. I don't know why they call it a podcast.
No,
she's lost it, dude. She doesn't have it.
She never did. Her
Yeah.
whole shtick is like, so your whole character is like somebody that nobody would want to spend time with or have a conversation with. She's just a bitch for no reason. That's like her whole thing.
And I don't want to come at her image or anything because I mean, look at me. I'm not want to talk. But like,
Yeah, we look like the Are You Garbage guys.
But it's people being like, "Damn, she's a baddie." I'm like, really? I think she's a fine-looking woman, but like a baddie, like a I don't know.
What are we talking about again?
Bobby Altini.
Oh, we know a couple people that like
yeah,
have brought up many times like anytime her name is brought up, like, well, I mean, she's hot, and I'm like, listen, I don't think she's ugly,
no.
but it's not like I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, her personality seems like crap, but she is, smoking hot. Like, I don't think that at all.
Yeah, hate to compare women's, but
Also, I know that she's doing like a bit, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, that bit is unappealing to me.
yeah, it's on my thing.
And I don't know who that appeals to. Like, it's not like she does it in a funny way. Like, what's her name? Who I don't really think is that funny, but I get it. Z-Way. Her whole thing is like,
yeah.
her whole thing is like confronting, like being kind of confrontational, but like it's in like a fun, silly way. And like it's just like Bobby Altoff is like a person you work with that you do not get along with, but you can't like fully speak your mind to them.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm gonna get sent to HR if I tell you how I really feel, you stupid cunt.
Yeah, you can't wait till she gets fired one day. And you're like,
Or you're just like, you go home, you're like, I don't know why this person is this way.
Why are they haunting me?
That's probably me. When people work with me at a job, they're like, this fucking piece of shit. At my last job, I was a bit of, I wouldn't say a bully, but I do have I have very short tolerance for when people aren't good at their job.
I mean, dude, it sucks to work with actual, like, I don't want to say idiots, but we'll say not good at their job, because you can be really smart and just bad at your job. But yeah, dude, that's why like when people work in big companies, I'm like, so much shit falls through the cracks where they're just hiring. At some point, they're just hiring anyone just to fill a seat. You're like, dude, I don't want to work with that guy. I gotta do all the work. You know, you're like the smart guy in the group project, and you gotta do all the. That sucks, and they take all the credit.
I've
That's
never
life.
been the smart guy in a group project. But
For the record, me neither. But
I've been the person that just lets everybody else down. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm letting you guys down, but I'm not doing this.
Dude, I took a class for college, and they were like, all right, we're meeting at the main campus, which was like 45 minutes away from my house. And I was like, I'm not going. I was like, I'm not coming. I'm like, that's far. For reference, everyone, I went to community college, so the community college near me was 10 minutes from my house. So that was close. But they're like, that was like the branch off. Come to the main campus. I was like, dude, it was honestly, it could have been farther than 45 minutes away. I was like, I'm not going.
Dude,
I'm not going.
why do they always want you to go somewhere?
I'm like, why can't we just like get on a call or something? This was probably 10 years ago at this point, maybe even longer.
Whew. Oh, dude, that's what I was saying earlier. It drives me insane in these fucking documentaries when they mention like, oh, this is back in the 80s. We didn't even have the internet or anything. I'm like, yo, you don't have to say that every time. Like,
we get it.
anytime I catch myself being like when I said like, oh, do people know what away messages? Kids today know what away? It's like, yeah, they have the fucking internet. They know everything. But like, dude, like when they're like, oh, we didn't even have dude, when they say we didn't have cell phones back then,
What?
I want to fucking shoot them through the screen.
I didn't have a
hate
cell phone
that.
back then either.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, cell phones are like pretty modern technology, even to a young person.
What is going to happen to the Gen Zs, right? What's going to be their technology like that they didn't have growing up that they'll come into? Kind of like the cell phones. We didn't have cell phones at a young age, but then we grew up and had them. The internet. Like, what's the next?
Probably our
thing?
fucking
What's
tracking
next?
chips that we're all going to get inserted with
And,
when
like, can you
both these rubes that everyone's taking sides on just team up and they form like a what's that thing that they made when the Power Rangers linked up their big dinosaur?
Oh yeah,
It was like they basically just made a transformer.
Yeah.
They're gonna make an Optimus Prime out of fucking Kamala and Trump, and you guys are bickering over who Taylor Swift endorsed, and meanwhile we're all getting fucked up the ass by the lot of them.
Yeah, hopefully. But they're gonna be like, remember we didn't have that when we were young.
Oh, dude.
Jesus. I guess so.
I've had enough of.
The-
Dude,
Skibbity toilet?
no, I you know what? I still don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I think it's a YouTube thing. I think it's like a YouTube video that people, like younger kids, find funny, and they say it, and they put some sort of meaning towards it. I'm hip with the lingo. To be honest, the fact that I know what a lot of this stuff is, that means it's gone. Like
It's
it's
6
past
years
its
old.
prime. Yeah, like Ohio, that shit, it's past, dude.
I go back and forth. I'm like, one day it's going to be cool when I'm at a family function and I'm talking to my very young cousins or nieces. See, that's the thing. None of my nieces and my nieces and nephews are
They tap in.
old. I guess they're kind of all over the map age-wise. Either way, I feel like, one day it's going to come like, I'm going to know something cool. And they're like, how do you know that? And I'm like, 'cause I'm fucking cool. Doesn't matter
I
that
got
I'm...
Riz, man.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, this is going to be in like 2029, and they're going to be like, you're having a stroke.
Well, who's still president? Is it Kamala? You're like, oh my god, oh boy. No, RFK is running the country for the past 20 years.
Dude, it's going to be Richard Nixon's head, like on Futurama.
I'm down with that though. That shit's tight.
I think that would cause solve a lot of the issues that famous people have,
Yeah.
or make it a lot worse.
What if George Washington, they cut his head off and he was president. People would hate his ass.
Yeah, we've talked about it. He definitely looked like a mutant.
All right, what
Ugliest
about,
person I've ever seen.
What about Abe Lincoln? We'll put Abe Lincoln on the stand.
Oh,
They'd
dude,
be like,
second
dude,
ugliest person I've ever seen. Maybe the first because he's actually scary to look at.
he is a frightened beast. We can talk about his appearance because he's dead. And unknown ugly.
Oh, dude, they're all ugly. Dude, that's another thing. I was talking. Did we already talk about the wedding that I went to?
No. Did
I
you
know
get? Oh, did you get COVID? By the way.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I did.
How was
From my cousin, not from the wedding.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think. Yeah.
Oh.
Or not my cousin, my nephew.
How was it?
The wedding was.
No, the COVID.
The COVID was ass, honestly.
yeah.
It was ass.
How about the wedding?
The wedding was. It was fine, dude. I gotta figure something out. Cause I can't be like in a social setting at all.
I mean, are you talking just in general or especially at the wedding?
In general, but especially at a wedding where I didn't. So it's tricky. If I knew not a soul,
Yeah.
which technically I kind of didn't, but I was at a table with all of Joey's coworkers because
Yeah.
one of her coworkers was who was getting married. But then that table is just like has no other connection to the wedding other than the bride
Yeah.
and the people at the table who are their coworkers. So I'm like in this spot where like remarkably, I couldn't believe they didn't talk about work one single time.
That's shocking.
I know. I was like, can you guys talk about work so I
Yeah.
feel like I don't have to fucking talk about anything? Because, dude, if nobody luckily, the one Joey's coworker's husband, I think they're married.
He's like a rocker.
He was talking to me for a while. Really nice guy. I found out later that he's a high school counselor. So I'm like, it makes so much sense that this guy was like talking to me, and I'm just like, this guy's pretty nice actually. I like this guy. But like, he's just like a dude that like asks a lot of questions, and it's so weird because I have like, all I have are questions when I look at people. But for some reason, I feel like a lot of them are so strange to ask a person that you don't really know that I'm like, I can't ask that as my only. But I really don't know how to talk to people. Like
when I think about it too much, I catch myself. I'm like, what am I even saying?
well, that, but also I can't hear fucking anything in a crowd. So like I get so self-conscious because I don't even try to tune. If someone's not talking directly to me, I'm not listening to what they're saying. And I can't pretend to because I'm like, then I'm afraid that if they look at me and make eye contact and think I can hear what they're saying, they're going to be like, you know what I mean, man? And I'm going to be like, no, I can't hear you. So all night I kept telling everybody, I was like, I can't hear that well, just so you know. Like I'm doing my best to hear what you're saying. And they're probably like, okay. So I felt pretty awkward the whole night, but Joey's coworkers are really cool. I actually really like the people that she works with.
Well, the suit looked good. You guys looked nice.
Oh,
Looked
thanks.
like a nice
Yeah, I
wedding.
felt pretty good. I was definitely like, it was also the day after we got I got a new car.
I know. I was waiting for the big reveal.
Dude, I forgot that we haven't podded since then.
I know.
Yeah, I got a car, and I got it the day before that, and I just was like, I just want to drive my car, dude. I don't care about any of this
That's
shit.
sick. I just want to whip.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, where did I get it that day? And I was like, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that'd been crazy. No, you didn't get it that day.
I
Because
did.
I came. We had went out to dinner.
Yes.
I think that's the day you got it, possibly, or the
Yeah,
day before.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I rolled in there, and I literally, when I was talking to the sales guy, I made the mistake of saying,
Oh, rolled into the car dealership, not the wedding.
when I rolled into the wedding, I said, hello.
I'd like to buy a car.
When I rolled into the dealership, at this point, I had already test driven a car, and then we're like I'm talking about like my financial situation,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was like, I don't really care about money,
Yeah.
and I was
Ooh,
like,
cool.
he was probably like, what? And I was like, I probably shouldn't say that to you, but I was like, I care about money, but like I don't really know. I'm not really like very good with money. And I could see in his face, he was like, I don't know if you think this is good or bad for me, but it's kind of like if it's bad for if you, if you're not good with money, then it's kind of only bad for you. But he was dope. Yeah, got myself a 2025 Subaru Forester. Reggae horn me, would you? Leasing, to all my anti-leasers out there. I never understood leasing, and I had my man break it down for me, and I was like, yeah, I'll lease. I don't care.
How many years do you lease for? 2 years? Is that typical lease? 3 year lease?
Three. I leased for 3.
What is it? You put some money down. You get like a monthly payment, right? And then you can buy it out at the end of the 3 years.
You can buy it out, or you can basically just like lease something else.
Do you have to put money down again then every time you lease?
Dude, I'm not really sure, but I kind of don't. I feel like you don't.
Once you're in the lease cycle, you can kind of keep it.
It feels that way because I asked him. I was like, so part of my apprehension with leasing is this is so boring. Part of my apprehension with leasing is like the mileage limitation.
Right. With 10,000.
Well, I got 15,000.
Oh.
And I was like, honestly, I don't really drive that much anymore.
Yeah, dude, 15,000 is a lot.
But now I'm going to drive a lot.
I think I put 5,000 on my car this year. I don't drive it much. I drive it to the city 2 or 3 times a week. That's about it.
Well, I'm driving to fucking Honesdale, Pennsylvania
up,
tomorrow
dude.
to get tattooed just so I can drive my car.
Oh, you're getting tattooed tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Face piece?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a face
Yeah.
piece. I'm probably gonna get like
Next.
skinhead across my hairline, or like
Something real cool like that.
something real cool. I'm probably gonna get something like honestly, I don't know.
Joey
but
going too?
No,
Oh, just you.
just me.
That's fun.
It's a little day by my lonesome.
Little Taylor stuff.
Little Taylor stuff. Yeah, I like Pete Maria's tattoos, and I wanted to get tattooed by him. And I haven't had a car for a long time, but I've talked to him about it a couple times. And I hit him up yesterday. I'm like, yo, brother, what are we talking here? Like, I got a car. Say the word. And he was like, yeah, this week's chill. And I was like, I'll see you tomorrow.
Perfect. How far is that away from here?
Dude, farther than I thought. I thought it was like Wilkes-Barre, but it's like...
Oh, it's north.
It's north of Scranton.
So it's like a 3 or 4 hour trip.
It's like a 3-hour
Yeah,
trip.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool. It's like...
It's
Sometimes I like that drive.
It can be nice if you don't have anywhere. The downside is when you're trying to. I remember a little bit younger, trying to get to a show by 7, and you're like starting to rush a little bit because you want to get to the show in time. But if you're just like going up early, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Stop
dude,
at the
gonna wake up.
Stop at the Sheet. Stop at the Wawa.
That's what I'm saying.
Grab a snack. Listen to a pod.
Dude, that's the thing. I like to go, especially now that I have a car, I like to drive by myself.
Yeah, has life changed with car now for the past week?
It has, but not in the way that I thought it would. I thought it was going to be like I don't go I have
Like getting
nowhere
your
to
license
go.
again?
Yeah, straight up, yeah.
Oh my God, I can drive.
I have nowhere to go, which is why I'm like
Yeah.
now scheduling things so that I can drive 3 hours away just to do it.
It's nice to have stuff to do during the day.
That's the thing. It's been nice, but if I'm just like, you know what, man, I could really go for like a French fry or something.
Drive
I'm
on down.
I'm not limited by where I can walk to. Even though I pretty much just drive to all the places that I would walk to.
So your step counts are going down.
My step counts have been going down, but my diet is getting worse. So,
You gotta take the good with the bad.
dude, I think I know we talked about it recently. But I'm gonna get into salads. I think.
Yeah, dude. There's a ton of good salads out there.
I'm not. Dude,
What I like about salads is you can eat it. Like I can eat it every day for lunch, and I don't have to think about what I'm eating for lunch. But that shit sucks.
It really does. Thinking about
I'm just like,
thinking about eating in general. The older I get, I can't believe like this has to be a new thing with our generation.
not knowing what to eat.
Yes, because dude, I've mentioned this to my mom and my
Yeah.
dad, and they both laugh at me like,
But
"You're
just
so
'cause-
funny."
It's just because they're. I feel like their generation's like, we got meat and you got potatoes, like some combination of that.
Yeah,
That's dinner.
They open my
And your
dad
wife
is
cooks it.
my dad is pretty similar
Yeah.
to me, where like he will just be like, well, he'll either look at what he doesn't grocery shop, or he does, but
That's
like he's
baller.
bad at it.
Yeah.
So like he'll go to the grocery store and rather than like fill up a cart and be like, all right, well, I could probably make pasta a couple times, maybe I'll get a couple potatoes, a couple steaks, whatever, loaf of bread. He just like goes and he's like, oh yeah, I would love to eat some chicken breast tonight and maybe you know, maybe I'll get like peanut butter. I love peanut butter. And he'll get like fucking saltines and he'll leave the store. And I'm like, dude, that's, if you're going and you're buying that, if you're buying stuff to cook, you have to shop.
Yes.
Like the only time I ever go to the grocery store is to buy like coffee.
I like doing that. That's a fun task for me. I like to go down to Riverwards or something like that.
Riverwards
and
is
like
kinda different.
and browse like that kind of shopping, like bougie food store, right?
A co-op.
Yeah, a co-op. And you kind of like you look at the coffee, you squeeze the bag. Oh, this is nice.
I do
You're
love
like,
that.
oh, this is really nice. Oh, it's $24. That's why. Well, you know.
Dude,
Ding, ding.
speaking of $24, I will spend. So the price of coffee, just like everything else, has gone
Yeah,
up quite a bit.
inflation.
Dude, I'll spend $24 on a bag of beans.
I mean, that coffee was really good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
that's
just Stumptown.
I mean, Stumptown's great.
So that's the thing. All their
Yeah.
shit's good. But
Stumptown's good.
yeah, but dude, Stumptown is like, I always thought of that as like, oh, dude, freaking
Yeah.
15, 16 bucks a bag of beans. And now I'm like,
What's Stumptown coming in at? Still that?
that's, yeah, it's still that. But then I look at other stuff like Ultimo beans are like, those are like north of $20. And I'm like, but they're pretty good.
They're different looking too. They're like a little tinier. I like it.
What are they doing with their beans?
I don't know.
Why are they
Well, at least the
stunting
beans,
their beans?
the beans I got, someone gave me for my birthday. I was eating them. I forget. But they were small. I was like, oh, they're a little more round. They were good. Good bag of beans.
Yeah, good beans. Good beans, man. Dude, what do you think the show is going to be like on Friday?
I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be kind of. I think the room's gonna be bigger than the show was we did last year,
Yeah.
obviously. But I think we'll have the same amount of people out. You know, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be fun. It's gonna be it's gonna be a good time.
Originally, I didn't care, and now I'm like, I really hope that there's some people come.
Yeah. It'll come. I don't know how big the cap is on the place, but I mean, it's not like we can sell. It'd be sick to sell like 200 tickets, right? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, just in case you don't want to get turned away at the door, so make sure you show up early and secure your spot.
Well,
Yo,
they already did.
Did you?
It's in the future.
Do you know about like the shit with kids going to concerts and like reserving trying to get their spot in line?
No, what do you mean with that?
So I don't really understand it, but there's like a culture of this where like kids will show up and they like call dibs, so they show up early to like hold a spot. But, like,
Right.
obviously, that's like who's honoring that? That makes no fucking sense.
Hold a spot where? In line?
In line, but
Or to get close to the front of the stage?
I think that. But I'm like, who fucking honors that?
Hey, maybe the kids do. I want it.
That's the thing. I mean, like, fucking move, loser.
I never got that. I appreciate it. I like when people are, packed in. But also, if I really wanted to get up to the front, wouldn't you just kind of like wheedle your way in? Or is it that tight?
I don't know. You know what's weird?
I was never that kind of guy.
I feel like there's always every now and then, you try to wait, some of the shows, and it is my least favorite thing ever to have to like snake through people in a crowded room.
Yeah.
That really like makes me feel like
Excuse
I'm
me. Sorry.
Yeah, it makes or especially if a band's playing and it's dark and you're kind of like trying to like, hey, I'm try to get through here.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I'm in World War II.
The worst part was when we played Glasgow and we were in that like basement, and they just thinking about it. I'm getting scared thinking about it because it was just a room full of people with the elevator breaking.
That and the fucking floor was so. I was like, I'm gonna die on the stage because it's so slippery and I'm gonna fall.
There was one exit, and like it was cool. It was a cool vibe, but like thinking back to it, I'm like, that green room. You're in the closet, then you got to like kind of excuse everyone to try to get to the stage. It was like I felt like we were in this basement, but you put 300 people in this basement. You're like,
The good news is people were mad that we played there, so we really have no reason to ever return. It's not like people are gonna be like, what the? People are like, put it in a bigger place.
Yeah.
This place sucks.
Glasgow's kind of hot. I feel like a lot of people have been playing big spots up there.
Dude,
so.
I like that city. Is
like
like I like it because it's like a kind of feels like it's Philadelphia, but over there.
Yeah, it's cool. I was bummed, man. The one YouTuber guy, he was there the same day, and he like walked down the street. And I was like, man, that'd been crazy if I would have like, oh fuck, that's the guy. I'm waiting to see one of like the.
Who is it, Fat Bastard?
Yes. Nah, but it's one of like the. I want to see one of the YouTube guys out in the wild. I haven't seen them yet.
Dude, you want to be the next Hawk Tua.
I need to be the.
You
next
want to be.
Hawk Tua.
You want to have a viral interview on the street.
I've been watching more Five Show Speed, his like live videos, and they're just insane. They just get more and more insane. Dude, I'm like, I feel like I'm me. It's probably me and like a bunch of 10-year-olds watching the live stream. But I'm like, oh, this is kind of nuts.
Yo, how does that work? Because like young people are the ones that love the streamers, but the streamers like get paid. So like, who's paying them? 10-year-olds? That does not make sense.
I guess they're getting paid somehow through YouTube.
But like, I feel like on their streams they get like,
yeah. Dude, it's gotta be just like either weirdo guys like me, and it's like, oh, he's doing a good job, $5, or you just got.
It's gay guys.
Gay guys, yeah. I mean, I take it.
Suck his serpent.
I am curious what those streamers like. They do a 3-hour stream. How much do they make in those 3 hours? Because they'll be like, "Oh, thanks for $50," and like, there's blah, just doing stuff. Do they check it afterwards? Like, holy shit, I made like $250,000. All right, on to tomorrow.
I guess. I mean,
like that's nuts, man.
Yeah, but you have to. They're
Every
online
day.
so much.
All those like YouTube guys, I'm like, they have like a main channel and then they have a side channel. I'm like, dude, when are they not on camera? And I'm saying that as on camera, but we do this once a week at bat. So it's like, I can't imagine it.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot too lately. Ever since I've gotten like, I wouldn't say an influx, but I would say anytime I get new followers on Instagram, say 75% of the time at this point, they're young people that like Youngest Daughter.
Yeah.
And by young, I mean, I'm not pulling their files or anything, but at a glance, they're probably high school or college age, a lot of them.
Yeah, you look at their like, I've clicked on people that follow and I'm like, who's this?
And I just feel like, what does this person think my life is?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would follow an individual that's like, I get following a band, I get following like a podcast or a show or something, but like, my Instagram's not really appealing to anyone to follow. But
I don't know. That's why I try to post more. I mean, I don't really post much of anything on there now, but I was posting more just like design stuff because I wanted. That's just the stuff that I'd rather have out there. But I haven't really, dude. I was kind of saving this to talk about on the podcast on Friday, but a little background for the listeners. So the last time I had my medication refilled, they were like, "All right, well, we'll do it," but because it got declined, it got denied. Maybe I talked about this.
I think a little bit.
And they're like, I called and I was like, "Hey, why was my refill not approved?" And they're like, "Oh, you need to come in and like get blood work and like get a checkup." And I was like, "All right, well,
check this dick."
I was like,
"Come on, man."
I was like, well, if I run out of some medicine, I'm gonna feel like shit. So like, can you just refill it? And they're like, all right. And then they called me a couple times. But while all this is happening, I'm like, I'm without a car, and we were kind of in the middle of moving and like a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I'm not fucking caring about that. And then last week I ran out of 2 of my medicines. Not the worst one. There's one that when I run out of it and I don't have it for one day.
Yeah.
Like I can go one day without it, and then the next day I feel crazy. I might have told you before, I can hear the sound of my eyes moving.
Yeah, that's not good.
And my brain like feels weird. But that one I still have, but one of them I have run out of, and for the past like 2 weeks I have felt so weird. I don't want to do anything. Like it's not a feeling that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
But it's like to an extreme where I'm like, sometimes when I feel that way, I can at least be like, well, I'll do something like semi-productive since I don't want to do anything. I might as well just do something that I should do. And I just don't do anything. I'll play Fallout. and I hate it.
I've been playing more of Cyberpunk, and I really like it.
Really, dude,
I really like it.
I keep wanting to check. Good.
I get the third person issue, but when you drive, you're in third person.
Yeah.
I honestly think if they did third person that game, chef kiss.
Dude, I
You're good.
think it's pretty fun. The only thing is like
You're good.
when
Chef
you're
kiss.
out in the city, I kind of like got dropped off somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know how to do. I don't know how to get anywhere. Like,
Yeah,
it was a little overwhelming.
it is overwhelming, but I think it's the kind of game you can really just like dig deep into.
It looks like, I will say, it looks really great.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the cyberpunk aspect where it's like everybody looks kind of fucked up.
And you can change the difficulty, which is great. I don't know if that's new or not, but the reason I stopped playing because I got stuck on a level and I was like, the fuck? I'm like stuck here. I don't know where to. I forget all the controls.
Yeah.
Easy, got through the level. Now I'm back and I'm like, this is fun. Now I'm having a good time. But now I'm back in that game. Screw the Star Wars game. But hold on. Did you have any more thoughts on the medicine thing? I feel like we left off.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I just like haven't done it. Like I haven't done anything. I finally called the doctor today.
Yeah.
Because I was my original plan was. And listen, everybody, I know this is a me problem, but my original plan was, out of spite for them holding my medication over my head, and having to go in there for an appointment, I was like, once the medication's done, I'm not taking it anymore. And the one that's bad, I was like, I'm just going to look up how to wean off of this, and I'm going to get off of it. Because I don't like the idea that I take it and it makes me feel like that when I don't
Yeah.
have it. And then I ran out, and then I was just like, you know what? Thinking about the timeline of trying to wean off of this and how weird I feel without one of the other medicines, I'm just like, it's really bad timing
Yeah.
for how fucked up I'm gonna feel in like when I actually run out of this medicine. So I called the doctor and I was like, all right, I made an appointment. Which, dude, do you know how hard it is to go to the doctor now?
Yeah, it sucks.
They're
dude.
like, we could probably squeeze you in about 2.5 months. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, fine, but you have to fill this prescription because
Yeah,
I am
that's
now out of
insane.
it. And I was like, I've had stuff going on, so like I haven't been able to like come and get an appointment. Like, dude, they shouldn't be able to say no to your refill.
Yeah, that's insane. Especially if you're like, well, I'm coming in. The appointment's been made.
Well, that's the thing. I was
Refill
like,
it.
that she was like, I'll make a note for the doctor. So if by tomorrow it's not approved, I'm gonna call and be like, yo, you have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to the doctor. I gotta make a doctor's appointment.
I'm
Yeah, fucking-
so afraid they're gonna be like, we gotta stick a finger up there.
Yeah. That's why I gotta make a doctor appointment about.
Actually,
I feel like, dude, I've been getting way more hemorrhoids lately. And I'm like, I don't want to get colon cancer.
oh,
right?
dude, I have cancer.
Like, I'm just like,
that's another fear.
That's, I don't have the fear, but I'm just like, it would suck to be like, not making the appointment in a short time or like in the quick manner, a relatively quick manner, and then like a few years go by and they're like, oh, you have like stage 4 cancer, like, fuck, and they're like, yeah, I should have came in earlier, you would have been fine. I'd be like, god damn it,
Dude,
rip it out then.
I think I feel the opposite. I think I would rather them be like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Really?
Yeah,
He's
a
like,
little bit.
yeah, that's
Like,
it.
and I do, this is dark, but I do always feel like, especially the older I get, I feel like that's how I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the doctor and they'll be like, brother, you're fucked.
You're riddled. with
You're
cancer.
riddled. You're fucked.
Yeah.
What, have you been living in the microwave? And I'll say, no, sir, I have not. And they'll be like, well, you will either, you got like
like a few hours.
you got like, you might make it till fucking dinner time. No,
So
they're
you
like,
want you want it to think what you want for dinner. Doctor's like, do you want? He's like, you won't even have to think what's for dinner tonight. This is great for you. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
If I got told that I had terminal cancer and I had like a certain amount of time to live, I would eat.
Oh, it would be like the whale, man. I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's fucking go.
I'd be like, well, whatever. That explains why I have heartburn 100% of the time. And So I'll just be like, yeah, I just drink. I'd probably still drink Diet Cokes though. I think I have come to prefer Diet Coke to classic Coca-Cola. I know that
I go back and forth.
people really get mad at that, and I used to be one of the people that said that you can't possibly believe that, but I do. It's like Diet iced tea, or like
Diet green tea,
Diet green tea,
which is good.
but like unsweetened iced tea. It's like, dude, sometimes you want,
I'm
you don't want the sweetest thing. You want the flavor, but you don't want the fucking.
I am
You're an unsweetened iced tea
always
person.
an unsweetened iced tea. Dude, I love it. It's like dirty water. It's amazing.
See, I'm not that crazy about unsweetened iced tea, but I
amazing.
do get it.
I'm just like, unsweetened iced tea. They're like, you want the sugar? And I say, no. You can bring the lemon, but the sugar, no, thank you.
Dude, speaking of, you want to hear something fucked up? When I was younger, I disliked drinking water so much that when I would run out of soda, we didn't have any more soda at the house, I would just make sugar water.
I feel
And it was like obviously not quenching any kind of thirst. It's just like counteracting.
I never liked soda that much. I enjoyed it, but like as a kid, I never was like, I didn't, dark brand in it. I was just like,
Dude, still addicted to soda for sure because I could stop whenever I want. I just don't want to. No, like straight up not drinking soda is nearly impossible for me.
Dude, I think I'd be fine if I never had to drink it again. Dude, I drink water. Oh, dude, quenching water. Oof.
I mean, dude, I love water now. Don't get me wrong.
Suck it down.
But dude, there's sometimes when like, if I'm eating a meal, it's soda time. Or at least like
some meals it's like actually fucked up if you don't have a soda.
Dude, if I'm eating a bowl of
pizza?
spaghetti, or pizza.
Bowl of spaghetti, you need soda?
Yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah, what do you want? A glass of milk?
No. No, I never want a glass of milk. If I'm eating pasta, some seltzer, anything like that. Like
Seltzer,
it doesn't need to be soda. I don't need much flavor. I would be fine with just a nice glass of water, honestly. Glass of water.
See, glass
With
of water with
ice
anything
water.
with tomato sauce is like unacceptable.
But see, like iced tea would be nice with it. I take an iced water with like lemon, like a little lemon squeeze with it. I think that would be nice. Pasta, I feel like the citrus.
I want them to keep their lemons away from my drinks. Actually, I really don't like that when they put the lemon in there because then they get the seeds, and I'm not into the seeds being in my drink.
I dig the lemon in the drink.
I don't want it. They should ask me, especially if I say I'll have a Diet Coke, and they just use the lemon to tell what's what.
Oh yeah, this is the diet one.
It's like, bitch.
You can't remember?
Yeah, you should have little flags you plop into the diet ones to say diet.
You can remember what I'm ordering without writing it down, but you can't remember which one's the Diet Coke.
That really bothers me.
Write it down. Write it down.
Yo.
Please. No, get your pen out. Write it down.
Seriously, because
Come
like
on, sweetheart.
you're literally whispering down the lane because if you're not writing it down, nobody that you're relaying this information to is writing it down. So I'm just like, I need you to write it down.
I don't know how they get it right more times than wrong, because I would get it wrong every single
Yeah,
time.
I don't respect that that flex.
Every single time. I'd be like, you got the pasta. They say cheeseburger. I'd be like, oh, whoops. And you got this. Like, well, I'm gluten free. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, you're getting a cheesesteak. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit when you start ordering and they're just looking at you.
Like any dietary restrictions, any allergies I should know about?
Yeah, I'm allergic to you not writing this down, so you need to fucking get your pen out and butter. Yeah, dude, get your pen out and write this down because I'm gonna start sneezing if you don't.
But what I don't like, don't bring out the iPad though. It's got to be pen to paper. This is some old guy shit.
Yeah, that is old guy shit.
I don't like the.
You know what I don't like? When you have the little computer at your table and you're like, you guys ready to order it? And they pick it up and order on the thing. I'm like, why are you here?
I mean, I don't like that in general. Them coming to my table and be like, oh, you can just order right here. It's like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not I don't want to tip you. I feel like that's weird. I will tip you. I tip every time. My new thing is, I've just been like rounding to 5. So it's like, for argument's sake, if the bill's like $8, like the tip would be $8, I'll just do 10. Like just like why, like whatever, like if you got like $10 versus $8, you'd be like, that's sick.
I tip 100% every time,
Nice.
no matter what, whether I want to or not.
I misspoke. I tip $100 every time.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I went to the car salesman. I said I don't care about money.
It's bare minimum 100%. You gave him a tip
because
too.
he was asking me about like how much money I make, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't pay attention to that. And he was like, well,
He
ballpark.
kind of needs to know.
Well, he was like ballpark, but then he was like, so you don't want to. He's like, try to like shoot a little low, because if it's even $1 higher than you actually made, they'll flag it. So I'm like, so I was like,
You should have called Joe.
I was literally like kind of panicking. I was like, 40,000. He was like, surely you made more than that. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
$40,000 in one.
Yeah. So I was sort of like, I don't know, man. Like, really don't know what to tell you. You made me scared when you said you can't overestimate it.
Yeah, that would do. How would they fly? I don't. How do they know? Just give me the damn keys.
That's what I said.
Just give me the damn keys.
I
Here's
said,
what
how
I'm betting
about
them on."
write down I made $2 million. I just sent him a screenshot of our monthly listeners like I do everybody else. Which that plays into like, what do people think our lives are like because they don't know us? Because it's like, you look at our Spotify numbers and you would think that we're One Direction.
more successful than we actually are. Yeah. I mean, that's always been the case with any.
I mean, I do drive a 2025 Forester, but it's a lease. So
I don't know, but it does make me think. My view on bands and artists, right, that have like those crazy numbers. I'm like, whoa, they must be rich. I'm like, no, they're just like a normal guy. There's like
but then I look at bands like I won't name any names, but the bands that play like will tour and like almost every night is like $3,000 plus cap.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
They're making a lot of money.
man, their bank account's got to look so nice.
Even if they're half the listeners and they're filling those rooms. Oof. That's more than money. That's more than streams, people.
That's
so
the thing.
Come
Yeah,
at them, not come at them,
the
but
streams are fun and everything, but that's
if you can fill those rooms, Jesus,
yeah.
that's a pretty paycheck.
Yeah. So
That's when you really can go to a car dealership and be like, money doesn't matter.
oh dude, that's my goal
Yeah.
is the next car that I buy. Because now I'm addicted to buying them.
Yeah.
My next car that I buy, I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna buy it straight up.
Yeah, that it is cool. Don't put it on your credit card. Get a car that with no limit and just be like, put it on here.
No limit.
Yeah,
They got those.
I have a car with no limit.
No limit.
Yeah. Look at the streams. No,
Dude.
but we've always had that. The Amex is like that. There's no limit. You might have to call them, like verify, but there's no limit on it that I know of.
That's scary.
Because I was researching. I was like, what's the limit? I forget what we were buying. I think we were paying for the wedding on it, and I was like, what's
That's
the
so
limit
scary.
gonna like hit on this? And I was like, let me walk that back. There is a limit, but they don't tell you. You just plug it in. Like, can I purchase this? And you hit like enter, and they're like, you're good. And you're like, cool.
I guess maybe it's some sort of like active scaling thing where like
It definitely is.
on your how good you are with your payments and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. You get a car like that, boom. Get the points. The points are where it's at. You get the fucking points. This is a life. This is the career. People can really learn how to navigate life with this podcast.
Dude, I'm such a broke motherfucker that both checks that I wrote for the down payments for my car and Joey's car, my bank flagged not one but both of them and was like, whoa. This guy doesn't spend money like this.
It's for a car.
Granted, mine was kind of a lot because I had insurance money from my
Right, yeah.
last car, so I was able to put down like a pretty solid down payment. But yeah, my bank account, I had to call them and be like, nope, I wrote those. I
Yeah.
also don't write a lot of checks, so I think that kind of like
Yeah, I would flag it.
that would flag it. But I've had a check. My insurance check. It's funny. I got all this insurance money. That check, both times I've tried to deposit it, my bank is like, that's not gonna fly.
You couldn't deposit it?
I tried twice and it's gotten fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. 11.5 G's. They're just like, nah, man. Yeah. They
Fucking
took
go,
it.
dude.
I tried to deposit it into my account, and then I got a thing that was like, no,
Really?
that's been discredited from your account. Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. Well, the first time I did it, I just deposited it at an ATM. Because it's not like there's a limit. There is a limit,
Yeah.
but 11.5K is under that limit.
I take pictures of checks and I just deposit. I never even think about it.
That's the thing. I was like, it's like an official check. There's nothing. I've done this a bunch of times. It worked. It took it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Got a thing that said it was like credited to my account, and then a few days later, it was like, ooh. And then it said it was because the car was in mine and Joey's name. The check was to both of us, but only I signed it. So I was like, okay, whatever. So they sent like a replica check, like the bank did.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the official thing. Just deposit this. We both
Right.
signed it, took it to the bank, deposited it to a human person, and it was fine. And then,
Same shit.
yeah, I got a thing that was like, the check didn't fucking work. That we took that money out of your account. And I was like, well, I just bought 2 fucking cars. So
Bitch.
like, can you put
Yeah,
it back?
Come on, man.
Yeah, so I got to figure out what the fuck is up with that.
That's insane. We can get it. I'll get into two different. That's not. What bothers me is, in the grand scheme of things, that's like no money. That's like not even a blip on a radar, right? Like to like any like businesses or people that are just actually rich, like 11
Just-
racks is nothing.
Exactly.
you're a
11.5K
doctor-
is only a lot to a broke motherfucker like myself.
If you're like a doctor, that's your like. Oh yeah, of course it's 11.
That's a wedding gift.
Yeah, like duh, 11K,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, I deposited 50K last week.
Yeah, I gave my niece 20K last
Yeah,
week and
'cause-
for her wedding, and I don't even like her.
So it's like it's so weird that they would flag that, but I guess the name shit does get tricky,
But the second time, I'm now not clear at all why it didn't go through.
especially going to a person.
That's the thing. I'm just like,
They stole
what? And even the email that it sent me, I was like, this. You're not really telling me why it didn't work.
Did you see all the Chase Bank stuff?
Yeah,
The glitch in that. That's funny.
which is funny because it's literally just like.
just what, you didn't think you were gonna have to pay it back?
It's just it's just obviously a scam, but it's like that's really crazy. But it's really funny, but it's also like it's crazy that people are so desperate for money that they're just like they're so blinded by logic that they're like, I can get free cash from Chase Bank and not have to pay it back.
If you're gonna do something like that, just you don't go back to society, right? If I wanted to like live in the woods, right? I'd be like, all right, well, I'll just take all this money out, take all the loans out, max everything out, get all this money, and then I'll just go to the woods for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do with it. Like you can't never like if you don't want to repay it, right?
Dude, I would just get a new passport or something. I'll just
sick.
change my identity.
You don't want to live in America. You just take all that money, go somewhere else. That's what I would do. America's not even that tight, you know.
Dude,
Don't know where else is.
it
tight.
sucks in so many ways, but it honestly is kind of the best.
Yes, and no. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
listen,
Sorry, everyone.
America sucks. Americans suck. Our whole system sucks. But
I can buy a gun.
we could buy. Dude, that's another thing. That's another thing. Well, we could do a whole episode about that. But like, I always think like, you know, I would like to own a gun or two.
Yeah.
And I just like the other day. And that's when it hit me like, I think I'm fucked up because I ran out of one of my medicines and haven't realized it. Because it doesn't fuck with my head like the other one when I run out and I can hear my fucking eyeballs. So I don't consciously think like, I feel kind of fucked up. And I was just thinking like, I don't think I'm going to buy a gun because I think in times like this, I'm so bored that I would shoot myself out of just to do it for
That's
fun.
terrifying.
So I think I'm just like can't be.
Yeah,
a gun.
don't buy a gun.
I can't be a
Don't
gun.
buy a gun.
owner.
Don't buy a gun.
So
Oh,
if anyone
boy.
wants to gift me a gun.
No.
Bring it to City Winery. I guess this would be in the future.
This is the future. So take your time machine and show us up. Show us a City Winery.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
once I'm back on my medicine, I can have a gun.
Yeah. Right.
But maybe I won't.
Yeah. So, City Winery. Thank you all for coming to it, or no, thank you for coming to it. If you want to see what it was like, Patreon.com. You can pretend you were there in the crowd. Pretend you came
we're
to
gonna
the show.
dude. We're getting the whole reason we're doing it is to get crowd work clips for our Instagram reels, and I actually really hope that people pipe down this time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the way the show should go instead of just really freeballing it.
All right, everybody.
Deuces.
Deuces.